Hi everyone and welcome back to English for You. I'm Pat.
And I'm Elsie.
And we're looking into why surgeons wear blue and green scrubs when they are performing surgeries. Now, yesterday we learned that surgeons used to wear street clothes for surgeries. You know, you're wearing a hoodie or some jeans and a t-shirt. Yeah, sure, go in and cut somebody open.
Or a leather jacket.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
However, they got messy and they brought dirt into operating rooms.
Right, so first they thought, well, never mind the patient, what about my nice suit? So they started wearing aprons to protect their clothes. But what about the poor patients?
Right, then they understood that a complete change of clothes would be safer for patients.
Right, to stop any dirt or anything getting on them. Now, first they tried to wear white scrubs. Scrubs are these loose hospital clothes. Did that work?
But these reflected the lights of the operating room and caused a distracting glare.
Right, and if you're trying to do some very fine surgery to fix somebody's heart or to cut open their brain, you don't want to be distracted by a bright light. So one surgeon in 1914 tried green scrubs and they worked.
Other surgeons followed suit.
And now green and blue scrubs are seen in practically every hospital or clinic. But why specifically green or blue? Why not red or black or something like that?
Purple.
Yeah. Well, today we're going to look at the science.
Reading.
Why do surgeons wear green or blue scrubs? So now we understand why surgeons stopped wearing white, but we don't know the science behind why they wear green or blue. For the answer to that question, we need to look at the spectrum of light. When operating, a surgeon is nearly always looking at the bloody insides of a human body, where everything is just a different shade of red. When a person focuses on a certain color for a long time, their eyes become desensitized to it. Surgeons may have trouble seeing the different shades of red inside the human body after a while. As any painter will tell you, green and blue are at the other end of the color wheel, far away from red. Looking at something green or blue, therefore, helps surgeons reset their eyes, improving their vision. This allows them to see the different shades of red more accurately. As a result, these colors help surgeons to see better in the operating room. Even if you're not a surgeon, knowledge of the color wheel can be useful. Try selecting complementary colors when choosing your next outfit or painting your next picture. You'll likely be extremely pleased with the results.
Now, of course, you will see some people in purple scrubs or different colors, and some still wear white, but not in the operating room. That's where the green and blue come in. And as the article says, so now we understand why surgeons stopped wearing white, but we don't know the science behind why they wear green or blue.
没错，从第一天的课文中呢，我们知道为什么外科医生不穿白色的手术衣，但是我们还不知道为什么他们要选择 green or blue 绿色或蓝色的衣服。So why do they wear green or blue now? The article tells us for the answer to that question, we need to look at the spectrum of light.
We're getting very sciencey because spectrum is a kind of scientific word. When we talk about the spectrum of light, we mean the band of colors that we can see. Each type of light has a slightly different characteristic, which means they appear in slightly different colors, all the way from the deep reds all the way to the blues. That's kind of most of the spectrum as covered. There are other spectrums. We could talk about acting spectrum from a very happy to a very angry or sad. It just means a big range, but here we're specifically talking about light.
Spectrum 在这边指的是光谱，那我们要从光谱来找出原因。
So let's get even further into it. We see when operating, a surgeon is nearly always, or to use the word from yesterday, practically always, looking at the bloody insides of a human body, where everything is just a different shade of red. So yeah, cut yourself open, there's going to be a lot of blood, a lot of red. That's why we use the adjective bloody, means relating to blood. You could say, I've got a bloody piece of meat, meaning that it's not been cooked fully, there's still blood coming out of it. We could say the man was found holding a bloody knife, so he was arrested as the killer. You could say he was wearing bloody clothing, meaning there's blood on it.
Bloody 这个形容词呢，就是血淋淋的。那你把字尾的 y 拿掉 ，blood 指的就是血液名词。那流血的动作 bleed。B-L-E-E-D。那我们这边还看到一个分词构句哦 ，when operating 指的就是 when a surgeon is operating。当外科医生在动手术的时候，眼睛都在盯着血淋淋的器官看。
Right, so if you're cutting somebody open, sure, you're going to see blood, but there'll also be organs, there'll be those different fluids we talked about yesterday. So it's not all just going to be one kind of red, it's going to be different shades of red. When we talk about shades for colors, we just mean the darker or lighter variants. Basically, how much white or other color is mixed in with it, from all the way from light pink to deep dark red and purple. Those would be the shades of red. You might say, for example, Harry likes to wear blue and prefers the darker shades to the lighter ones.
Shade 在这边指的是色度，也就是色彩的浓淡，所以 darker shades 那就是偏深色的颜色，lighter shades 那就是偏浅色。外科医生他盯着从深到浅的红色在看。
So, here's more science related to the eyes and how we look at light. The article says when a person focuses on a certain color for a long time, their eyes become desensitized to it. Now, this is a complicated word, but what it means is if you're desensitized, you're no longer affected by the sensation of something as strongly as before. Think about when you're eating spicy food. You take the first bite and you're like, wow, this is so spicy. By the time you finish the meal, you're thinking, okay, I can take this spice now. That's because your tongue has become desensitized. A bad smell doesn't smell so bad 10 minutes later because you're getting too desensitized to it. Tastes aren't as strong, colors aren't so bright, smells aren't quite so bad. You just stop noticing.
没错，那这个形容词呢，就是 desensitized， 麻木的、不敏感的。Become desensitized to something， 那就是对点点点变得麻木。当一个人盯着某个颜色太久之后，眼睛就会变得麻木。
Okay, so what we don't want is surgeons getting desensitized to colors. The article explains, surgeons may have trouble seeing the different shades of red inside the human body after a while. So at the start, they can go, okay, that's this, that's this, that's this, that's this. They've all got different shades. But if they keep looking at it for a long time, they go, I can't quite tell what's what. It all looks red. I can't focus and sense the differences in shades anymore.
那我们在这边看到的 have trouble doing something 是我们今天的 language in focus 重点，我们来看一下吧。今天的 language in focus 我们要说的是做某事有困难的用法。那它的句型是呢，主词出来之后加上 have， 后面你可以选 trouble、difficulty、problems 或是 a hard time， 再接一个 V-I-N-G。那你可以搭配上是 some 有些 great 非常 little 几乎没有，或是 no 没有这个字，好来修饰程度。不过呢，你要注意以下几点哦。第一个 ，V-I-N-G 的前方啊，介系词是经常省略的，也就是 in 这个字。好，所以呢，你不要再接其他的介系词了。再来第二个是呢 ，trouble 和 difficulty 在这个句型当中，它是不可数名词，视为单数。所以呢，你可以说 I have trouble sleeping at night， 代表晚上睡觉是有困难，也就是失眠的问题。再来呢 ，hard time 在这个用法当中呢，是一个可数的单数名词哦。For example, we had a hard time getting here， 代表我们到这边是有困难的。再来 problem 它也是一个可数名词，因此呢，在这个句型中，除了你可以说 problems， 你也可以用 a problem。像是呢 Jason had problems solving this math problem. Jason 解这道数学题目的时候有困难，你也可以说 Jason had a problem solving this math problem.
So this is what we don't want. Surgeons staring at these shades of red for a while until they all become the same shade and they're not sure where to cut and what to do. So how do green and blue help? The article explains, as any painter will tell you, green and blue are at the other end of the color wheel, far away from red. So if you think of kind of yellow and so on as somewhere in between, but red and green and red's here, green and blue's here, and they're not very close. Now, a painter would know this because they work with lots of colors. A painter is somebody who paints. It could just mean anybody, but most often we use this to mean a professional, somebody who paints things for a living, whether it's pictures, walls, models, whatever. It's more like their job. So we could say Leonardo da Vinci was a great painter, but he also invented and built things.Painter
指的就是画家啦。好，那这边我们又看到了 as 这个连接词出现，它代表的是如同。所以课文说到 the color wheel 表示的是色环、色轮，它可以将人眼可见的光呢以圆环表示的色彩学工具。所以画家都会告诉你，绿色和蓝色刚好在色轮的另外一边，跟红色相隔很远。
Okay, so we put this all together and say looking at something green or blue, therefore, helps surgeons reset their eyes, improving their vision. Reset is something you often think of these days to do with phones and computers. It's to set something back to its original values or abilities. So it's a red, 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 red. It's getting a bit too similar. I'm going to look at something green or blue. Okay, and when I go back to the red, I can see all the different shades again, like I could at the start.My vision has been reset. And we put it in these inverted commas because it's not really like resetting a phone where it's electronic. It's just kind of getting the focus back to normal.Reset
这个动词呢，代表重新设定或是调整。那当我们看到字首 re 出现的话呢，你会在后面看到可能是动词、名词或是形容词。那它表示的是重新、又再次。那像这边呢 ，set 是设定，所以 reset 那就是重新设定、调整。那还有像是 use 使用 ，reuse 那就是重新使用、再次利用。play 播放 ，replay 再次播放。那还有像是 open。Reopen 好，就是它再度开放的意思。那看太久的红色之后呢，你看看绿色和蓝色，可以重新调整它们的 vision。Yeah,
your vision gets reset. Your vision is a person's ability to see. You could have great vision and see things clearly. You could have poor vision and have trouble seeing things far away, close up, or working out what color is what.We can also talk about someone's vision being their idea, their plan, their goal, but here we really just mean your ability to see. For example, we could say, after hitting his head on a hard shelf, Andrew started to experience vision problems.
Vision 在这边指的是视力，那它还可以当作一个人的远见。
So they look at the green and blue and this resets their vision, and we see in the article, this, the reset,allows them to see the different shades of red more accurately. The word accurately is an adverb meaning in more detail or with more accuracy. If you do something with more accuracy, you're more accurate, you're more close to the right detail. You don't make a mistake, you get it exactly right. If you can see accurately, you are more likely to be correct, not make a mistake.You might say, my watch no longer tells the time accurately, so I want to get a new one.
Accurately 这个副词代表准确地或是正确地，那你把字尾的 ly 拿掉，你看到 accurate 就是它的形容词，所以眼睛重新调整之后呢，在看到红色的时候就会比较精准。
Okay, so as a result, these colors, green and blue, help surgeons to see better.in the operating room. So, yeah, which means that they cut the right parts, tie the right parts together, and the patients will be much more likely to survive what is going on.
没错，所以我们说到这些颜色呢，能够帮助外科医生在手术室当中看得比较清楚。And then the article says, even if you're not a surgeon, knowledge of the color wheel can be useful.
Yeah, that's right. Being able to understand what colors are where on this wheel and what's opposites, what's close, that kind of thing, that's a lot of good information, and it can be useful in many walks of life. And that's why we say even if you're not a surgeon, because even if means the situation is still true even if certain circumstances are not. So if the situation is different, this still works. So even if there's a big change, this truth is still true.
Even if 代表是即使或是尽管，那我们可以说像是这样的句子 Even if it rains tomorrow, I will still go camping with my friends. 那就代表即使明天有下雨这个状况出现，我还是要跟我的朋友们去露营。那课文说到呢，即使你不是外科医生，你对色环的知识呢还是 useful 实用的。
Exactly. So why might knowledge of colors be useful for somebody? Now, it could be useful in your job, like a painter. We mentioned painters already. They would need to know colors. You know, if you're designing a movie poster, you might need to know about colors. But even normal people who don't have jobs related to art and design can make use of the color wheel. The article says, try selecting complementary colors when choosing your next outfit or painting your next picture. So this is all about things that are complementary. Complementary means they work well together. Each one makes each other better rather than making the overall effect seem worse.
Complementary 这个形容词呢，代表是互补的，所以我们说到的 complementary color， 那就是互补色，在色环上的位置呢是相对的两个颜色，像是 red and green 红色跟绿色 blue and orange 蓝色跟橘色，还有呢像是 yellow and purple 黄色跟紫色。
So you might not choose those pairs of colors when you are selecting your outfit. A purple top and a pair of yellow jeans.
And green and red?
Yeah, that's not going to look great together.
Not a good idea.
Maybe you could pull it off, but maybe not. But that is an outfit. An outfit is a set of clothes that is generally designed to be worn or just kind of chosen, you put them all together. An outfit you could make up yourself. Today I will wear this and this. Or it could be something you buy as a set. You go, I'm going to get a suit with a matching shirt and waistcoat and other bits. That's a whole outfit.
Outfit 指的就是你穿的全套服装。
And if you pick complementary colors, colors that work well together, the article says you'll likely be extremely pleased with the results. Extremely is another adjective, but it's used in the same way as very. The thing is, it's even stronger. You're not just really hot or very hot, you're extremely hot today because of the weather. Today it might be winter. You're not just cold, you're extremely cold. And here's another example. The businessman is extremely rich. He owns his own plane and several large companies.
Extremely 这个副词呢，代表是非常或是极度的 extremely rich 非常的富有 extremely beautiful 非常的漂亮 extremely well 非常的好 So for example, we also can say this band is extremely popular 代表这个乐团非常受欢迎那课文最后呢，我们说到试着下次在选择服装或是画画的时候选择互补色你可能会得到意想不到结果
Sounds like something I really need to learn. Okay, well, we're going to talk a bit more about selecting colors and choosing things in a moment as we go to today's For You Chat question.
For You Chat.
So the question is a bit of an abstract one here. You need to paint a picture, but you can only choose 4 colors. Which ones do you choose and why?
It depends on what kind of picture I'm painting, right?
Obviously, yes. If you're going to be painting a picture of the sky at night, You'd probably go with black.
Yes,
dark
purple.
blue, purple, and then yellow for like a star or two.
Right, or if it's daytime picture, I would choose probably blue, light blue,
Okay.
yellow,
Okay.
pink, and green.
What on earth are you doing? A big garden of flowers? Okay, very nice. But if you were doing a city, you would probably go with some black, some grey, and then blue for the sky,
Yes.
and then maybe like one color for a car or signs or something like
Maybe
that.
a green car.
Right, if you're doing nature, you go, okay, I need the green and I need the blue and I maybe need some brown, but then I'll pick one other color to be like my bright thing.
What if you're just painting a person?
Huh. Okay, painting a person. I guess I'll need some kind of pinkish flesh
Yes.
color. I will need
A color for the hair?
Well, okay, we'll do it in Asia. Let's make it easy. Go black. And then I can do a lot of other stuff in black, like
Okay.
shoes. Okay.
What
and
about
then,
the outfit of the person?
Oh, this is where I'm going to fail by choosing two. Okay, purple and yellow, no.
Purple and yellow.
Oh, why not?
Okay.
No, I wouldn't probably choose purple and yellow. What do people wear? Black and red go well together.
Yes.
Go with black and red.
Or blue and white?
Yeah, those go well together too. Okay. Well, if I do black and red though, I've already got black. That leaves me one more color.
Yes.
Can do something like a bit red and maybe red and orange to kind of be different shades. Could maybe do that.
Are they the same shade?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more yellow in it.
Yeah.
Well, it really does depend on what you want to do a picture of course. What about you guys? What colors would you like to choose for your picture? And indeed, what would you paint? But that's all we have time for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. For English for You, I'm Pat.
I'm Elsie.
And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Bloody. After the car accident, Jason's bloody body was taken to the hospital. However, it was too late. He was already dead. Shade. Mark bought 2 blue shirts. One was a light blue color, and the other was a darker shade. Painter. We think of Vincent van Gogh as a famous painter now, but he wasn't successful when he was alive. Vision. Although most elderly people's vision gets worse over time, my grandma still sees clearly at 90 years old. Accurately. I tried to accurately describe the man who robbed me to the police officers. Extremely. I really want to be a doctor, but getting into medical school is extremely difficult.
智慧小补帖。
Spectrum. Desensitized. Complementary. Outfit.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net